everybody, welcome to my first video of 2021. May this next year be better than the last, please. Before we start, here's my new art Instagram page. Please follow me on there, it's a fun time. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please do, and leave a comment at the end if you have anything you want to share. Today I'm working on a new watercolor. I'm recreating a digital illustration I did a couple months ago on Adobe Fresco. Today's painting is a shorter one, but I wanted people to relax and enjoy the painting process a bit more, so I decided to make a longer video this time. I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes I just want to paint, but I have no idea what to paint. Or I have too many ideas and I don't know which one to pick. Starting a new painting seems like a huge task and I just freeze. That's pretty much what happened to me this time, and so to ease into it, I decided to recreate one of my digital illustrations. It removed the pressure of creating something entirely new and the risk of failure. I already knew what the final result would look like and which colors to choose. The only risk was messing up the drawing, but the shapes were pretty simple and I used a ruler to make sure my lines would be all straight and perfect. So really, this painting was a way to have a quick win and the hopes of getting out of this art block. Spoiler alert, it worked! I had so much fun painting this one, and I was excited to see what the watercolor would look like next to the digital one. By the way, if you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's because I live in an apartment building, so I have upstairs and downstairs neighbors, and the building is quite old and the floors are really creaky, so sorry about that. More recently, I worked on some other paintings, which you'll see at some point. And I think I reached the end of art YouTube. I pretty much watched all the videos. I added a couple new art channels to my feed, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from them. I also stumbled into some interesting ideas, especially while watching some of Sofia Mitropoulos and Alpe Ifi. I'm so sorry if I mess up your names, guys. I'll put their channels in the description so you can go check them out. Sofia was talking about The Artist's Way, a book written by Julia Cameron that helps people be more creative. Anyways, I don't know much about this book, except that I had heard the name a couple times before. In this book, the author suggests doing the morning pages, which consist in writing 3 pages every morning about things that bother you or things that occupy your mind. It's a place to be uncensored, selfish, petty, whiny if it's how you feel. Apparently, putting all these thoughts on paper helps moving on with your day, and I'm not sure how yet, be more creative. Even if I don't really understand how it works, I feel intrigued about this technique and I find myself wanting to know more about it and all the other techniques and tools in this book. I ordered it, so I will report back with my findings. Sofia was also talking about her thoughts on being seen trying. Like having an art YouTube channel when it's just your hobby. And taking it very seriously. You're putting yourself out there in a rather unconventional way, which feels very vulnerable. People you went to high school with see you trying and it's very stressful. I understood what she meant because I live it myself all the time. I chose an artistic career, photography, despite studying many years in a non-related and more conventional field. It's easy to wonder what people think of my choice. Do they think I'm being unrealistic or delusional? And on top of that, I'm putting out art videos on YouTube in English of all things. I'm really trying hard. So I get that being seen trying is uncomfortable and very awkward. However, I think that trying is a good thing and nothing happens if you don't try. I also watched a recent video from Alpe Ifi in which he was talking about things he wished he knew when he was starting out as an artist. He said a couple points that I found very interesting. He talked about the importance of being exposed to many different types of art and how you can become a better artist because of it. For example, even if you prefer doing watercolor portraits, there's a lot to gain in following artists that use different mediums and focus on different subjects. You can learn new techniques and discover new ideas, which you can then apply to your own art. Also, practicing with different mediums or subject yourself will make you a better artist. I find that, based on my very short experience, It is very true. I follow a lot of very different artists, and it inspires me a lot. It pushes me to try new things in my art. He also mentioned that it is impossible to always be inspired all the time, but you have to paint anyways because when inspiration strikes again, you'll be full of practice and you'll be ready to tackle a new project. It's kind of what I did with this painting. I couldn't start anything new, so instead I practiced. Finally, one last thing I was reminded of was that if you wait to be perfect at something before starting doing it, you'll never do anything. This helps me when I get insecure about being seen trying. You know, sometimes I think I'm just a beginner and I have no place doing YouTube videos and posting my art on Instagram. If I wait until I'm the best artist, I'll never do it. I'll never learn and get better because I won't even try. I don't know, I thought these things were worth mentioning. Some of them were new to me, some of them were reminders, but I find all of them very important and they all spoke to me on some level. So let me know your thoughts about all of this and if something in particular resonated with you. So moving on to 2021. I'm not one for resolutions because I forget about them on January 2nd. I prefer setting some larger, loose goals or some tiny, more achievable ones. I decided I would finish a sketchbook this year. I've had the same one for about 20 years, and I have a couple pages left, so I think it's pretty doable. It would be the first one I ever finished, so wish me luck. Another thing I would like to do is maybe finish a bigger painting based on an elaborate concept. I don't know what concept it would be, I don't know what medium, but that's something I'd like to do. I also may want to look into setting an online shop for my art. Maybe. These are some goals I have for 2021, but no pressure. If I learned anything in 2020, it's that unpredictable things happen, and if you're inflexible about your resolutions or goals, you might end up disappointed. So what are your goals for 2021? Please share them with me in the comments, I would love to know. So there it is. Turns out I was feeling very chatty today. If you like this video, click on the like button and please consider subscribing if you're not already. Also, if you have an art channel or art Instagram page, send it my way. I always love supporting my fellow artists. Here's the watercolor and the digital illustration side by side. I really don't know which one I prefer, and both of them were so much fun to do. Thank you for being here today. Take care, and I'll see you soon.